Are you guys there?
I think so, sir.
Yes.
Let's,
Yes, sir.
okay. Let me check. Am I recording this? Yep. Okay. Let's open a new page. So geo is one of the subjects. I think if I pick from last term's exam, you were not doing.
Also,
Yes, it's fine. Some of you, I mean, I'm talking about the students that were there. I think you've got a problems with this word here. It also helps those that are joining today. When a question says describe, you spend time explaining things. Okay, hold on. Can you guys see?
yes. Also, sorry, sir. Could you allow me to record again?
I thought I allowed you to record.
Yeah, it changes between every lesson, sir. Like you have to do this every.
Where am I talking to now? I thought I had you. Let me see.
Kieran.
Yeah, I thought I clicked on your thing now. It did change. Oh, it did. Yeah, okay, hold on. Allowed to record. So guys, can you just allow me to? I just need to update my driver. It will take less than 2 minutes. Quickly, I think something happened. That's why the pen is acting. It's not moving smoothly. It happens when the driver something just happens. So it doesn't take time to upload it. Anyway, so I'm saying most of you have problems with the way they describe. Huh? So, for example, if I say describe the problems of overpopulation, and the question is 5 marks, most of you end up getting 3 marks because you know what you answer. If, for example, you say you spend more time explaining. Describe is not explaining. Huh? Describe is as good as stating. Huh? So if a question is like that, it simply means state 5 problems of what? Overpopulation. Clear? And when you explain now, you lose marks, and because of the space in that on that answer sheet now, you won't be able to raise the 5 points. You won't even see it because you're spending too much time explaining, and there's no marks in explaining. You're simply looking for the points. Huh? Clear now? Brandon? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're not there. So we're going to look at population, the population pyramids and everything, the things that we left out there. It's a very important topic. Okay, did we lose someone there? Yeah, all there. So I said I'm just updating the driver. It doesn't take time. Then we start the lesson. It's a 1 hour lesson, so it's okay. It's just about 2 minutes to sort the driver for my pen here. It's fun. Confirm I all gave you the textbook, same textbook for Geo. And I gave you the case studies.
I don't have my textbook yet, sir.
It's not yet printed, but you should have this.
Yes.
The mom should have given you the soft copies.
Let me ask her.
Yeah, I thought she saved it on your laptop or something. She should also have soft copies. So those books are also good. Yeah, that's why it's encouraging so that you can read besides reading on a soft copy. But you also need to have the soft copies. So she can give you maybe after the lesson. It's fine. She needs to give you the soft copies.
Yes, sir. And the case studies?
The case studies I gave your mom again. Soft
You also,
copy.
okay.
Who has joined us now? Oh, they're missing in action. Zico, you were there. Were you in the chemistry lesson? Zico, were you in the chemistry lesson? She's quiet. Okay, okay, still. Someone, I think it's Zico, she's having network issues. Zico, are you having network problems?
Yes, sir.
Because I see you. Okay, okay. Can you all see my whiteboard? Let's start.
No, not yet. It's not showing your whiteboard.
Oh, that's so. Can you now see my whiteboard?
Yeah.
Yep. Can all see it, huh? Okay, let's just test this. It's now working. It's even worse. What happened? Yep. Anyway, it never does this funny things. I just have to your lesson what's happening. Anyway, I'm not sure what's happening to this, to my whiteboard here. Unless it's being affected by the recording, it never does this. Okay, I'll see what's happening here because it's trying to write on its own. Anyway, let's just go through the lesson. I'll see after the lesson why it's acting like that. Never does that. So let's start. I said we were going to look at the population. Huh? Okay. So let's start with the geo lesson there. So we're going to look at the population as a topic. My first question to all of you there is, what is population? We want to look at definitions first. Then we look at the population pyramids. What is population? Shiko, what do you understand by population? Definition, I mean. Brandon, what is population? Are you there in the lesson? You guys are
Yes,
quiet.
sir.
So what is population? Your own definition.
So would it be the amount of people in an area?
The amount of people in an area. Maybe. Half correct, yeah. Maybe. Someone else is correct, but not 100% correct.
The amount of people in a country, like.
But an area is a country. That's why I said it's not 100% correct. Someone? Elishab, is that correct? What is population? Brandon is 80% correct. What is population?
It's Elishaba, and
Elishab, okay. Yes. What is population?
population is the total number of people. Maybe you can say per thousand if you want to be specific, but it's mostly just the total number of people in a certain area or country.
The number in a. You're also 80% correct. Anyway, who is John? John, who are you? I don't even know. John is joining in. Anyway, it's fine. I'll find out later. So, yes, you wanted to try?
So does the time frame also
Yes.
play a part? Like you have to specify over like a certain time period?
No,
for
it
each of
doesn't
them?
matter. If it's population, it doesn't matter. If it's population, it doesn't matter. So, what are you missing here? What you are missing is you are only thinking of people. So, are you saying there is no population of animals?
See?
Yes. I simply said population in general. So population, to correct its definition, or so that its definition is 100%, is the number of people or animals in a what? In an area, first of all. Now that's why if you see your book, it says human population. Your definition, Brendan, was a definition of human population. If I say what is human population, then I can say it's the number of people in an area. Is everyone following now? If I can say what is human population, that's the number of people in an area. If I say population is the number of people or animals in an area. That's clear? Everyone there? I think someone has to reduce your volume. John, who is John? I don't even. John, what's your other name? Okay, guys, can someone's volume? I think it's John. Your volume there. Your volume. Can you mute your volume there? John, can you mute your volume? Does he know that the volume is affecting the lesson? Okay, John, I had to mute you because your volume is affecting the lesson. Can you sort out your volume? Is that clear with everyone there, guys? Is that clear? You guys are quiet.
Yes,
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you with John's.
Yes, sir.
It was very loud.
Oh, okay, I had to mute him. I think, did I unmute him?
Jose.
Okay, I think yes. Yes?
Sir,
Yes, your question?
I had network troubles. You said you were
Yes.
talking about what we're missing in our answers.
Yes. I said population, human population, the definition of human population is what you answered. Human population is the number of what? Human population is the number of people in an area. That's human population. Are we together? That's what we call human what? Human population. I hope it's making sense. So can you also guys stop writing on my not my whiteboard? I can't remove it. Are we together then? Human population. So if you write on my you're the only one who can remove it. I hope you know it. I can't remove it from this side like that. Okay, thank you. So I'm saying population, human population is the number of people in an area. But if I simply say population is the number of people or animals in an area. I hope it's now making sense to everyone. Can someone stop writing on the board there? Who is writing on the board? Don't write on the board there. Yeah, don't write on the board. Sorry. Now together. So that's the difference. Now, what is population density? Because you need to know definitions in this topic. What is population density? Who can define population density? What is population density? Someone to try. Population density. The pen is not even writing. So what is population density? I won't write. We'll simply discuss this topic. What is population density?
It's
Yes.
a measurement of population per unit area.
Measurement of population per unit area. That's correct. Or we can say it's the number of people or animals per unit area. Clear? Population per unit area, correct definition, or the number of people or animals per unit area. That's population density. Density per unit area. Someone's volume there. John, your volume. Can you reduce your background volume there? Are we together, guys? Okay.
Yes, we're together.
Okay, John, what's happening with you? Okay, so that's population. So we talked about population density. Now, my third thing is now, I hope you can summarize this. What is birth rate? What is birth rate? We need to know this and we need to know how to calculate it. What is birth rate? What is birth rate? What is birth rate? Who can try? Brandon? What is birth rate? Or Ella there? El Sheba.
The amount of people born per no.
Saying the number of people born per?
Sir,
Yes.
it is the ratio between the number of live born births in the year.
You won't get full marks there. What ratio? It's not really correct. What is the birth rate?
Sir,
Yes.
birth rate, isn't it? I think it's the number of births per 1,000 people in a population.
That's correct. So the number of live births per 1,000. The number of live births per 1,000 people in a year. The number of live births per 1,000 in a year. Okay. It's fine to know the definition, but it's another thing to know the calculations. Let's write the following question down, everyone, in your notebook. Let's write the following question down. Who is writing on my screen? Someone is just being note. I said stop writing on my screen.
It's John.
John said,
It's John. And who is this John here? John, can you stop that? Because if you don't stop that, I'm simply going to remove you from the lesson. Okay. Now, can you write the following question down? John, stop writing on the word on that. Okay. Now, let's write the following down. In a country, given that a country has got a population of 14,500,000. Let's write the following question. Given that a country has a population of 14 million, I said given that a country has a population of 14.5 million. 14.5 million.
given
That a country has a population of 14.5 million, comma. The number of live births recorded in a certain year, the number of live births recorded in a certain year in that country, the number of live births recorded in a certain year in that country, recorded in that country, to remove Johnny. Sorry, what were we saying? Who is this John? I don't even know him. Does anyone know who John is?
No, sir.
Okay. So I say, where were we? We said what? Oh, the guys are quiet. I'm saying, where were we? The question, I'm saying.
given that the country has a population of 14.5 million, the number of live births
recorded in a year, okay. Oh, okay, I get it now. Was 450,000. Was 450,000. Calculate the birth rate. Calculate the birth rate. How do we do it? What will be the formula? How do you calculate that?
Yes.
Yes, tell me how did you do the calculation? What do you say that times that divide? What do you do? You know the definition, but how do you calculate? You are given that. So solution is the number of, you can write that is the calculation now, is the number of live births divided by total population times 1,000. That's how easy that is. The number of live births divided by, so I'm saying live birth divided by the total population times 1,000. Is that making sense? So according to this question now, we're saying 400, I said 450,000. Then you divide that by what's our total population? 14 million what?
18.5 million.
Yes. 14,500,000. Huh? Then you multiply by 1,000. Obviously making sense now. 450,000 divided by 14,500,000. Then you multiply by 1,000. Making sense there?
Yes, sir.
So what is the birth rate? 31 point what? What are you getting? 31.03. So 31, yeah? The birth rate is 31. The birth rate is 31%. Oh, it's 31. Clear. 31 not percent, 31 per thousand. Sorry. So it means, what it means is in average, per every 1,000 in that population, 31, so you can summarize that. It means the birth rate is 31. You calculated that. Did you get 31 from your calculator? Or you're punching wrong zeros? Do it, everyone, you've got your calculator there. 4,500 divided by 14,500,000 times 1,000. You should be able to get 31.03, whatever. I'm ignoring the other because it's 0.0344. So it's actually 31. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Well, so what it means in summary is that in average, per every 1,000, in average, per every 1,000, per every population of 1,000, 31 live births were recorded. Clear one. Per every 1,000, 31 live births were recorded. Clear. This is just an average. I'm sure you know that there might be a certain population where more are born and a certain population where less are born, but this is an average. We're finding an average. Is that making sense? Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, death rate. Let's talk of death rate. Death rate. What is death rate?
Death rate.
Death rate. Just hold on.
The ratio, the death rate is the ratio of deaths of the population of a particular area during a period of time, usually calculated per 1,000 people per year.
Okay, so what is death rate? What is death rate? I hope
It's the ratio of deaths per year in a certain area per year per 1,000 people.
It doesn't have to be.
Sir?
Yeah, yes, but your definition is correct, but you mixed it up. So it's simply the
Sir?
total. Yes, yes. I wanted to correct you.
Okay, go on.
You can go
Yeah.
on. This definition was not. It was 99% correct.
I wanted to say the number of deaths in the population divided by the average population.
Yeah, complicating now. His definition was almost correct. So it's simply your total. You see, simply your number of deaths per 1,000 in a year. Clear. Simple is just the same as
Yes, sir.
yes, is birth rate. Look at the definition of birth rate. We're talking of the number of live births per 1,000. So we're now simply talking of the number of deaths per 1,000 population in a year. That's all. Clear. So in terms of calculation, it's the same. When I'm calculating, I say if I'm in a country, all I need to know is what's the population of a country, how many people died in that country that year. Then I'll say the total number of deaths divided by the total population times what? Times 1,000. Clear? For me to calculate, that's how I calculate the death rate of a country. Now let's look at natural increase. What is natural increase? That's the next one. Natural increase. So we need to know this and the calculations. What is natural? Ella, are you there? Yes, she's there.
Yes, sir.
What is natural increase? Natural, she called natural increase. What's natural increase? You can define it by definition, by the way. So what is natural increase? Natural increase. You have learned that before. Next, I said natural. Natural, it's simply what? Birth rate minus death rate. So let's write that down. Natural increase is simply birth rate minus death rate. First of all.
Natural what?
Natural increase. Because it's increasing by natural means, that's what it means. Birth rate minus death rate. No any other factors. Huh? Natural increase is only affected by birth rate and death rate. So it's birth rate minus death rate. Clear? So if a country has got a negative natural increase, what does that mean?
They're underpopulated.
Not underpopulated. There are more people dying than what? There are more people that are being born. That's as simple as that. Clear? In that year, in a country, negative natural increase. Okay. Now we talk of growth rate. Huh? Growth rate now. What is growth rate? We talked of natural increase. What is growth rate now? Growth rate, and how do you calculate growth rate of a country? It has got a formula. What is growth rate? Growth rate is natural increase plus what? There is something. Now we're talking of growth rate, we're not only talking of natural increase. So it's natural increase plus what? Plus net migration. Have you forgotten that? Plus net migration. Natural increase plus net migration. Remember, nothing is birth rate minus death rate plus net migration. What is net migration? Who can define for us net migration? How do you find it? Net migration. Is it your first time to hear of net migration?
Sir, it is the difference between the number of immigrants and the number of immigrants throughout the year.
Yeah, sort of. But what's the anyway? So what's the formula? From what you're saying, it's correct. What's the formula now? What do you subtract from what? Immigration minus immigration. Immigration, the number coming in, minus immigration, people living out. We need to know that. Net migration is immigration minus immigration. So which one, having given you the formula, which one, an MEDC or an LEDC, do you expect to have a negative net migration? And what would be your reason? Which ones? I'm saying which countries between LEDCs or MEDCs do you expect to have a negative net migration? Negative net migration, Brendan, what does that mean? Or Tandy? Negative, it means there are what? There are more people leaving the country than people coming into the what? Into the country. Remember, I said immigration minus emigration. So if it's negative, it means negative. You can write it down. Negative net migration means there are more people leaving the country than more people coming into the country. Clear? Negative net migration means there are more people leaving the country than people coming into the country. Then my question is, between LECDs and MEDCs, which countries do you expect to have negative migration, net migration, and reason? Ella, which countries? Between LEDCs and MEDCs?
I think LEDCs will have negative net migration.
Why? Reason correct?
Because if maybe someone who migrated from an MEDC and comes to an LEDC, they might find the life there more difficult, and there are less the availability of
there are many reasons.
Education.
Yes, people can be looking because LEDCs provide better, like what you're saying, better job opportunities. They've got high standards of living. There are so many reasons. Clear. Better education facilities, whatever. Okay, there are many reasons. But your answer is correct. Okay, there are many reasons to that. Okay, the reasons are very important. You can always come up with the same reasons. Clear now? Now, my question, we're talking of migration now. Migration. What's the definition of migration? Who can define migration? Takudzwa, what's migration in general? Migration, what are you talking about? You don't have to look in your book. From your head, what is migration? Ella, what is migration? I'm calling you Ella because your profile is saying Ella. Okay, so
migration is when you be moved from another country or state.
Why are you saying when you are moving? What about if it's not you who is moving? It's simply movement
movement of people from one place
or animals. Animals also migrate from one place to another. Full stop. Because it can be countries. It can be. What if I move from Harare to Chirez? Isn't that migration? It's migration. Huh? So we're saying migration is simply movement of people or animals from one place to another. Are we agreeing? Movement of people from one or animals from one place to another. That's migration. Now, when we talk of migration now, I think I saw it last paper and some people didn't know that. There are what we call, for example, if we look at Mexico and UK, I think that's the one in the case study. There are what we call push factors. What are push factors? Who can explain what are push factors? So, for example, many people move from Mexico to USA, everyone knows. What if we're saying of the push factors? What are we talking about? Push factors. What are we talking about? Who can define what we mean by push factors? Brandon, what are we talking about if we're saying push factors?
So we say these are the factors that cause people to migrate to a different.
But the push factors also cause people to migrate. They force, push. If you are pushing something, you are forcing something. So these are factors that force people to move from one place to another. They force you to move. Is that making sense now? So if we look at an example of Mexico and the USA, what will be the push factors?
Say,
yes.
Is it war?
Mexico and the USA, maybe. Or maybe if you talk of drug lords, conflicts
yes.
for drug wars. Okay, in general, yes. In general, wars can push people. Yes, the civil war, yes, that can push. But I was talking of anyway, as in general. If you're looking at in general, yes. Was what else? Okay, maybe let's talk of in general before we look at Mexico and UK. Is there in your case study that I sent you? You can read that. So wars can push people. What else? Natural disasters, huh? Because people move, refugees. Huh? What else?
Lack of good living conditions.
Yes, that can push people.
And
starvation, unemployment. Who is writing on my board there?
It's the other Takudza.
Which other Takudza?
Not Rutara.
Can you remove what you're writing on my board there?
You're dramatic stuff.
Who is that? That's very bad. Who is drawing on my whiteboard?
It's Takudza, it is small t.
Can you please wait for us?
And where is that Takudza coming from?
I think it's John, but then he changed his name to Takudza.
Yeah, but where did he get my details? I think that's what happened. So it means I will need to change the login details for this, then I'll send to you. So you should make sure you don't give anyone the details. That's what it means.
Obviously, sir.
It's my first time. It has never happened. So that I'm suspecting that. That's why I'm asking, did anyone give someone login details?
No, sir.
Well, this has never happened here. I have to change the geo.
Should you not just kick him, sir?
Yeah, I kicked him, but because remember, if someone has got a login details for, he will come and join in as a.
So is there no way to like block him, sir?
No, yeah, right now it's easy because if he tries to join in, even with a different, I'll simply block him. Even with a different profile or something. Anyway, so where were we there? We're talking of that's very
the push factors.
Yes. So we're explaining push factors. Huh? We're talking of civil wars. We're talking of employment. Someone talked about
the lack of services.
Lack of services. Okay. Like things like poor sanitation, whatever, can force people to move. Now, what about now? If we look at the pull factors, it's what attracts. And if we're talking about pull, I think you struggled with that question last exam. Maybe you didn't hear, not learned that. We're talking something that attracts someone to a country. So if it's Mexico and USA. So if I'm talking of TAND, if I'm talking of push factors, I'm talking of what pushes the Mexicans to move to what? To USA. Huh? If I'm talking of pull factors and PULL is what attracts the Mexicans to what? To USA. So what are they? What are the factors?
Better jobs because...
Yes, better jobs, that's true. What else? Better job facilities, what else?
Higher living conditions.
Better living conditions, yes. Better sanitation.
More opportunity.
Better sanitation, what else?
More opportunity.
What can you say about doctors if you're looking at Mexico and UK, USA? I think you saw that.
Would that not fall under sanitation though?
No. There's actually a point. If you go and look at the case study, they actually give you the number of doctors per patient. Yeah, I get your point. I'm just specifying. So you find that Mexico has got a higher patients per doctor, and the USA has got less patients per what? Per doctor. Clear? Means doctors will pay more attention to you. Clear? I'm just giving you this example. So better schools,
yeah.
Better education, better schools, got more options. Clear? In USA than what? Than Mexico. Is that making sense?
Yes.
Now, what is overpopulation?
Overpopulation is when a country has too many people, so it can't, with the resources in the country, they can't support such a large population.
That's correct. So we can't also talk of overpopulation in animals.
You can.
Okay, that's okay. I'm just showing you the other side. Okay, that's true. So you're saying you are overpopulated. It means you have too many people or too many animals. Huh? I mean, in an area compared to the resources that are there. Clear. So what are the problems that of overpopulation, of human overpopulation? Problems. The question says describe. I'm not saying explain. Describe. Brandon.
There will
Problems
be a
of overpopulation.
lack of jobs for most people.
Unemployment. Yes. What else?
An increase in the homeless population.
Yeah, maybe. Brandon, you're quiet. And Shiko. Brandon and Shiko, you're quiet. Hmm? Brandon and Shiko. Yes. Oh, I can't hear you. You're quiet. Tandy, what do you think? Other problems of overpopulation, it's easy. Question says, Geo, you can be like 7 marks or 6 marks. You guys have only raised three of overpopulation. Describe problems of human overpopulation, and you have raised 3. If it was 6 marks, you only get 3 marks. What else? Easy. Oh, guys are quiet. What are other? Rico? Ella? Yes?
Overpopulation can we can have lack of water, lack of lower life expectancy because there be too many people. I'm not.
Don't explain. Don't explain. The question simply says describe. Huh? Okay, I get your point. I agree with you. There can be maybe lack of water or shortage of food. Huh? Shortage of food. Huh? It can lead to famine. Shortage of food. It
famine, starvation.
It can lead to pollution. No one is thinking of pollution. Water
and
pollution.
spread of disease.
Yes. Outbreak. Disease outbreak. Huh?
Yes.
Water pollution, noise pollution. Huh? No one was thinking of that. Huh? Air pollution. Huh? These are different points. Huh? By the way, water pollution is a point. If your question is like noise pollution is a point.
Degradation of the environment.
Yes, it can lead to that. It can lead to congestion. Yes, you wanted to ask something?
What about negative net migration? Doesn't it also that more people will be trying to leave the country?
We are saying causes. What was the question? Describe the problems of overpopulation. We're saying the problems in that particular area. That's what the question is addressing.
Sir,
yes.
It can cause conflicts and wars.
But not so obvious, huh? That one is it can be a for every country, yeah.
Okay, not wars exactly,
increase
but
in
like
crime,
civil wars against the government.
Increase in crime what? In crime rate. Because you said most people are not employed. So it means increase in what? In crime rate. Clear. Problems of overpopulation. Now my next question is, what are the causes? Remember I'm talking of describe the problems that of overpopulation. Now, what are the causes of overpopulation? Different question. We can try that. What are the causes of overpopulation? Causes.
Yes, sir.
Migration from rural areas to urban areas.
So rural to urban migration, correct? What else? Rural to urban migration, I agree. There's something that you are not even that you are.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What
illegal migrants.
The social status.
Not
Sir.
social status. Remember saying not.
Like in
Uh-huh.
other countries in rural areas, the more children you have, or the more child labor you have, and if you have more children, then you have a social status. So maybe you have a lot of people having a lot of children and a lot of wives. That's what causes overpopulation.
Yeah. Okay, I guess it's better that I don't have to explain. Yeah, you've got your points. What else? I don't agree. Yes, I agree with that.
Illegal immigrants.
Yes, valid point. Illegal immigrants can cause overpopulation. What else? The other one is also obvious. Higher birth rate than what?
Death rate.
Than death rate. Higher birth rates than death rates will lead to overpopulation. They're making sense, Tanti?
Sir,
Yes.
what if there is higher, doesn't higher, lower death rate also contribute?
That's what
older
it's
people.
the same point. Because I said the higher birth rate than death rate. So it means your death rate is very low.
Okay.
Makes sense. Now, which countries which are examples of countries that are overpopulated? Was normal geo they say with an example of a case study of an overpopulated country. Normally it's a case study, the last question. So which countries are overpopulated? Nigeria, India, China.
Mumbai.
There are many of them. Yes. What is a mega city? Before I even forget here, what is a mega city? Mega city.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
A mega city is a city that is a population of so a mega city is, isn't it, when a city joins with a conurbation?
Not really. Someone mega city. A mega city is a city with a population of 10 million and above. That's what you call a mega city. 10 million and above. And in Africa, we only have 2 mega cities. What are they? So the geo will give you the table with mega cities. What are the 2 mega cities in Africa? Only 2. Lagos, correct? Yes, and the other one? No, Cape Town is not it doesn't have 10 million. Unless now it has 10 million. And Cairo. Are we together? Now, what is underpopulation? So we'll look at the graphs the next geo lesson. We'll look at the demograph.
It's underpopulation when a country has a small population but large resources.
Okay, that's correct. So what could be the problems now of underpopulation? And what are the examples of countries anyway that are underpopulated according to a geo textbook? Underpopulated. We can station that. What are the problems? I'm looking at the time here. What are the problems of underpopulation? Zico, you are very quiet today. Problems of underpopulation.
Sir?
Yes?
The decrease in birth rate due to genetic reasons.
No. Remember the question is saying what? If a country is underpopulated, what are the problems? Or what will be the problems? What are the problems that country, that's what we are talking about, is likely to face due to underpopulation? We're not looking at the cause.
Lack of growth in the industries.
Yeah.
Won't more people be forced to work like overtime so that more jobs are done?
Maybe. Yes, it can be a point. It's high what? High taxation. Because remember, there are few people, so there will be high taxes. High taxation, the government will charge high taxes to the working class. There's lack of manpower or lack of skilled labor. So such countries, they end up what? Such countries, they end up employing expatriates, skilled people from other countries. Make sense? Are we together there? How do they deal? What are the solutions to underpopulation? How do countries deal with it? They come up with, what do you call those policies? When a country is trying to encourage a population to grow, what do you call that? Pro what? Pro-natalic policies. Pro-natalic policies is when a country is trying to encourage its population to grow. So what do they do? Like country like Sweden, what do they do?
They put an incentive where the husband as well can go get maternal leave, so that he can also spend time at home.
That's true. What else? Valid point. Very correct. What else?
So did they also give an allowance for parents that have
Yes,
children?
they give an allowance, so much money for every child that is born. There is an allowance. Free education. Things like that. I'm just giving an example, something like free education. An allowance, monthly allowance for every child that is born. In South Africa, I think they used to do that. Clearly. And now the South Africans were even now sleeping with foreigners so that they were less to work. So they would sleep with foreigners. So they get many, 3 or 4. Then they're getting, I'm sure, not sure, I think they used to get 3,000 rands per child with them. Are we together then? Trying to increase their, are we together? Is that making sense? Tandy? You're there. You're not lost. And now our next lesson, so today you only have maths homework and chemistry homework. Our next lesson will actually look at the population structures and how to deduce information from that. Clear? And we look at settlement. Okay, so today's science lesson, you guys are sorted. We see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.